my name's Nico and welcome to Heuristique. I'm one of the tarot readers on this channel and I'm going to be doing your daily for you today. So this is general, it may or may not resonate, I hope it does. So let's see what we can get for you guys today. Ooh, starfish, yes. I love this card. This card is just so happy to me. Every time I get it, it just reminds me of the sun. It reminds me of, summer, just spreading your wings. Like, I know it's a, starfish, but the way it's sort of just spread out like this, just like, take me for what I am. It's just a very, expressive card. So that's the general sort of energy around the reading. So let's see what your energy, whoa, Cosmic Egg and Gazelle. So something is setting, instantly with this card. I heard setting sun, and I do see this as a supporting energy to Cosmic Egg. And Cosmic Egg is a huge card to get because it talks about, in this entire deck, this is the Cosmic Egg is the highest card. It talks about the seventh chakra, true enlightenment, those the miracle moments, the aha, the true, like it's just being at the top, of the world, really, top of the universe, if anything. And it's an ether, right? So it's in the realm of spirit. It's in that very much so tangible, but like untangible realm, if that makes sense. So with Gazelle, it's like something has been ending and you're finally reaching that ending. The sun has finally set, you're finally relaxed, you're in a state of receiving, not in a state of chasing. I feel very, like, even as I'm giving it, like I'm swaying almost from like, when you're super tired and you can barely stay awake and you're kind of just like, that's kind of what it feels like. It feels like you're exhausted. You're just ready for this break. You're like, this could have not come at a better time, this zenith point. And it's very funny because starfish, it's such a like, take me for what I am, like out in the open, like, but you feel so tired, which is interesting. And something is definitely like set. Something is over with, now I'm getting it. You're just like you're free. You don't have this thing holding you back anymore. But, now that you don't have it holding you back, it's like, what do I think about? Where do we go from here? Right? It's that something that's been in your life for a while that, as I said, the sun's been setting on it. Like, this isn't something that, this isn't something you didn't see coming, This is something you've been working towards. I am kind of getting like, I do think it has to deal with a person. It could be, health related. It could be school related, career related. Just something that has been ending, and I could say it's been a gentle ending, but I think it's just the end of it that's been gentle, It's almost that period. What I'm feeling is when you're in zero contact with someone and eventually your heart just lets them go on its own, It's very natural, it's very relaxed and just easing into it. But I do sense that like you're tired, this is something that's taken a lot of energy out of you. It's taken, that setting sun. I'm just hearing like, when will that sun set? Like, sunsets are beautiful, right? But imagine if we were always staring at them. Like, you would never see the morning sun, you would never see the moon. There's so many things that like you would never see if you only saw sunsets. And even though sunsets are some of my favorite, I'm sure many people love sunsets. I also love sunrises. I also love the moon, I also love that midday glow, right? Like, golden hour isn't the only hour. And I think with that is, that might have been a part of the lesson you were learning, Maybe you were sticking to one kind of person, one kind of job, one kind of routine, one kind of thing. And then all of a sudden you were like, no more. And I think, once again, I take that back. It wasn't all of a sudden. It was your decision to change might have been all of a sudden, but really this has been coming for a long time, It could be a behavior you've been doing, a brain pattern, just something that's finally over, you know? Like, I'm hearing like good riddance. Like, it's really over this time. And it's interesting because the card that came out on the other side was Elk. So this week we got this card for another day. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. And it came out in an ego form. It came out very like hot-headed. The person just wanted revenge and like had a vendetta. In this case, it's kind of coming out the opposite. It's coming out very kind, very caring, very attentive. I think there's someone who wants to hear from you or hear what you have to say. And it's funny with Starfish, you know, take me for what I am. I don't know if this is you. I feel like this might be the Elk, you know, your other person. Originally, I did think it was the energy of the reading, but which it very well could be, you know, if something's passed, if the gazelle is like an ex for you, and you've finally gotten over them, you're at like the pinnacle point, you're just ready to move forward, and it's like, where do I go from now? Or if you just came out of healing, you know, the breakup happened a while ago, and now it's like you feel like you're fully healed and ready to move forward. It's almost like this person is like, has been waiting on the sidelines, and they're like, have all of me, but you too in a weird way, you know, because you're out, you're free now, you know, you have the space in your life to welcome something new. So in the same way that this person's like, have all of me, you're like, I'll take all of you. But first is kind of what I'm hearing. But first, and I want to know why there's a hesitancy. Okay. I think you're worried this is just gonna burn out. Hyena and Firefly, you know, Hyena does talk about sobriety when it's out of balance and really needing to take ourselves a little more seriously. So what was I saying? It was like, you've made this decision to like let this person go and like, or person, place, thing, whatever the gazelle was for you, the setting sun, the sunset that just wouldn't set has now set. And now it's like this new person or new place or new opportunity or thing is trying to come in, and you're at the point of like bringing it in, attracting your next cycle in, and there's a little bit of hesitancy because I think with the Firefly card, you're worried that this is like, you know, you don't want to bring in another toxic dynamic is what I'm hearing, because perhaps like this could have been really toxic, and now it's the fear of like, what if this is just a spark that goes away, you know? That's what I'm hearing with Firefly, you know, the spark in the beginning of a relationship that ends up fading when it's not really, you know, have you guys had that where there's like certain people that like you, when you first start dating or you first like meet each other, there's that huge spark and then it just kind of goes away. I've definitely had that. It's sad because you're just like, oh, like we once had this thing that was like so good, and then watching it sort of fade and just disintegrate is the reason I feel like most people don't want to. There's a bunch of reasons, but I feel like that's one of them. Like people don't either get into relationships because of that like false sort of spark, not a false spark, but you know what I mean? A spark that just isn't meant to last versus a spark that will always last. Because now I almost want to draw your attention to the opposite of that. Is there a person that like you've never lost the spark for? Because I definitely kind of have someone like that where I'm like, is the spark still there? Like, I feel like I would need to see them again, but in that kind of sense, it does feel like that, where it's like there's a spark, right? And I think you're worried about the shadow element of it, where it's like, is this gonna last, is what I'm hearing, you know? Is this meant to last? Is this meant to be? And with Elk and Starfish, like, yeah, like this is one of the most, you know, dedicated cards in the deck when it's high vibrational. Elk, it really wants to put in the work and has no problem putting in the work. The only thing that goes wrong with this card is when the ego gets inflated. And I think that, you know, that might be another concern of yours, right? Sort of the way the Firefly is like, poof, the same way as the Starfish, the same way the sort of the antlers and the sun is all like glowing. I'm almost wondering if you're worried about them, you know, which makes sense because in a relationship, we can only control ourselves. We can't control the other person, and we're not meant to control the other person. It's not within our jurisdiction, right? We're each sovereign souls. So I think it's gonna be more so you having to work through this, you know? I'm not saying they don't have their own problems, they don't have their own bag they need to deal with, but for you, it's like seeing illusion from truth, you know, sorting through the fake sparks that will last for a bit and then go away versus a spark that is everlasting, that will never go away. You know, the kind of love that you grow old together, you change together, you face challenges together, you know? There's this sense of unity between you two where it's like, I got your back, you got mine, let's go for life, you know? Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. And Elk card is all about loyalty, you know? This card kind of is my Capricorn card in a weird way. Because if you're a Capricorn or you know a Capricorn, that is one of their things, you know? Or if someone has Venus in Capricorn, it's like loyalty, 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 loyalty. That is just above and beyond. Loyalty and respect is huge for Capricorn and people with predominant Capricorn placements. And this is the thing about this person. I do feel like they have that kind of energy around them. So what I want to tell you is if you give them respect and loyalty, they will give you commitment for life, you know? You will not have to worry about this kind of person. They're so stable, you know, they're in the earth realm. They're very stable and sure in themselves. And, you know, perhaps that's why you are a little hesitant, because you have just come out of this period of a sun that would not set. You know, if you've been stuck in a stagnant situation, it's like, why would I want to get myself in another potentially stagnant situation? You know what I mean? It's one of those things where we start to fall again, you know, we start to come out of things and we start to enter new cycles. Our old fears can really start coming up and chirping in our ear, but we need to just put those to the side, you know, talk ourselves through it, be conscious through this experience, you know, check in with yourself, make sure that you're not feeling overwhelmed, not feeling too, you know, bogged down by your past. And perhaps that is what you're letting go of, your past, you know, the sun that would never set. If that isn't the perfect way to describe someone, or I've been in this situation before, living in the past, you know, I feel like we've all been through that. If anything, we're always living in the past in a weird way. Past, present, future, they're all kind of the same. Is time even real? Like, but yeah, you know, there's the sun that would never set has finally set. And, you know, you showing up as cosmic egg, you're just at the top. The whole world is yours right now. What do you want? Whatever you want, you know, ask and you shall receive. And I think, you know, that's a really big responsibility, because sometimes what we want isn't what we need. And sometimes it's like a dog with peanut, you know, dogs with chocolate, because I think dogs can eat peanut butter. It's just chocolate, where my dog's done this. When I'm eating a chocolate bar, he'll just be looking at me with like puppy dog eyes and be like, please, like, he'll even claw at me and be like, let me have some. And it's like, puppy, I can't give you this, because if I give you this, you're going to die, because dogs can't eat chocolate, they'll die. So it's the same thing with the universe, you know? You might be like, I want that person, I want that job, I want that thing so badly. The universe is like, if I give this to you, it will destroy you. And you've probably noticed that, where when you go for things that aren't meant for you, you know, that aren't just happening organically and naturally, how much worse does it get? And how much does that thing run away from us? What you attract will always be yours, you know? It will never not be. You'll never miss something. The universe doesn't really work like that. If something's meant for you, it will always be yours. And with Cosmic Egg, you know, you're attracting in something new. You're attracting in what is yours, though. I want to be clear on that. Even though it is new, it's still yours. It was meant to be. It was meant for you. So I don't think you need to worry about this toxicity unless that toxicity still exists in yourself, right? Because why worry about something if you've already got it covered? So I think that, and it is that, I'm hearing it now, where it's like, you need to know that with or without this person, you will be okay. You know, whether they like you or not, whether they accept you or not, whether they, yeah, I don't know. I'm just hearing that, like, you might have a bad habit of getting attached to people, which, no judgment, like, we all do. And it is that sort of silent confidence of like, you know what? I don't need them to like me. I'll be fine if they don't. But if they do, great. And I think adapting more of a go with the flow, light energy is what's really gonna help you. And it's gonna help you prevent this from happening again, you know, and a never ending setting sun. Yeah, so just keep checking in with yourself is what I'm hearing. Keep that high vibration, because right now you're at a peak, you know, you're reaching your peak. So definitely keep the vibes high, keep it, you know, keep it light, keep it easy, keep it, I'm just hearing keep it focused, keep it nice and easy, keep it focused. You got this, just keep moving along like a choo-choo train. You got this. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope something in this reading resonated. I hope it can help out in some way. And I hope you guys have a phenomenal day, a phenomenal week. And I'll see you guys in the next set of videos. Bye, guys.